After the Skibidi Toilets invasion, they began recruiting the best minds of humanity to enhance their powers. The best scientists and engineers from all over the world worked for these cruel creatures, gaining safety and huge amounts of money. One of the men they wanted to recruit was a former engineer named Carter. After he retired, Carter became a skillful watchmaker. One day, the Skibidi Toilets came to him and demanded that he create a new, devastating weapon from their blueprints. Carter took one look at the plans and realized that this weapon could destroy every living thing on the planet. He refused, telling them to leave. That answer didn't appeal to the Skibidi Toilets. They destroyed his workshop, beat Carter, and promised that he would regret his choice. After a violent confrontation with the Toilets, a half-alive Carter returned home and discovered a terrible thing. His house was surrounded by police. The officer informed him that his whole family was dead. The Skibidi Toilets had taken everything from him: his wife, his children, and his workshop. Devastated by his loss, he could not stay at home and returned to the ruined workshop to be alone. There, among the ruins, he found a folder of files that the Skibidi Toilets had given him. After studying them, he realized that he could use these inventions to get revenge. Gathering all his strength, he set about creating the grandest invention of his life. Studying the blueprints of the Skibidi Toilets, he improved them, adapting them to his own needs. He combined the knowledge and invention of Skibidi Toilets with his own to create a weapon of incredible power. After a few sleepless weeks, Carter's new creation was ready. It was a suit designed to destroy all Skibidi Toilets. Upon getting into the robotic suit, something terrible happened. Carter's suit began to absorb his body, merging into one piece. After a few minutes of mutations, Carter was changed forever. After the introduction of new mutated types of Skibidi Toilets and cameramen, the world changed forever. Humans became an underclass that now only mined resources to equip the cameramen. Most men and women now worked in the mines extracting metals. In return, they received protection from the Skibidi Toilets. David was among the miners, having already worked for 2 years to keep his family safe. One ordinary day, working in the mine, David came across something he had never seen before. It was a strange red ore, different from anything he had ever seen. Trying to break it apart, his pickaxe broke. Then, David decided to use explosives. Covering the ore with the explosive, David pressed a button. There was an explosion that brought the entire mine down on David. He was left locked up with that ore. David had no choice but to wait for rescue. However, the days turned to nights and he realized that no one would save him. Feeling wild hunger in desperation, he decided to eat the only thing he had on hand, bits of unknown red ore. As he swallowed the ore, he felt his body begin to burn. After a few seconds, his body turned into something flaming. Due to the high temperature, he began to melt all the rocks in his path, rushing upwards. When he got outside, a group of cameramen were already waiting for him, who noticed the powerful energy surge on their radars. They took him to the secret headquarters, where they found out that his body was emitting a huge amount of energy. The scientists decided to use David as a weapon and conducted cruel experiments on him over a long time. After several months of torture and experimentation, scientists developed a special robotic suit that David would power with his energy. Now David and his suit are one forever.
Assessing situation.
Dom dom dom, yes yes yes, Skibidi.
Sometime earlier, cameramen scientists realized how to destroy Skibidi toilets once and forever. It was decided to create a time machine that would transport several cameramen back in time so that they could stop the Skibidi toilets from appearing. Many months of development later, the machine was ready. When the time machine was set up, the cameramen were attacked and the installation was destroyed. After the explosion, the universe changed, mixing with other time loops. Because of this, new, stronger, and more advanced types of cameramen have evolved. The Skibidi universe will never be the same again.